Good morning, my dear kids. I'm your Sridhar, physics teacher. Today in today's class, in the chapter Mathematical Tools, we are going to discuss the logarithms and exponential functions. Just how the curve will be of log x, y equal to log x, how the curve will be, y equal to e to power of x, how the curve will be. Then what do you mean by like exponential functions? Then logarithm functions. Then what are the uses of logarithm functions and why we have to study? Just some small mathematical background we are trying to analyze in today's class. Okay, let me begin the class. So good morning once again. So our class is about the exponential logarithms and exponential functions. So as you know, already we have plotted the graph for y equal to e to power of x. So let me just revise it once again. Yeah. Okay, if this is this will be y, this will be x. Then what is how yx graph? Yx graph of exponential function will be of this one. This will be curve for y equal to e to power of x. Exponentially increasing one. So what is value of e now? Value of e. So if you look at the value of e, already this also, the approximate will write it here. So up to 2127134 up to 10 decimal is a irrational number. So up to 2 decimal places, what I'm putting here now. This having a very good significance in mathematics. Like you can call it like a magic number. Any other time I'll discuss in detail, or when we go for calculus, little bit I'll give the idea of this one. Okay, there's about the e that one. So similarly, what about the y equal to e to power of minus x? The curve will be put x equal to 0. So definitely, I think it will start from certain value. So this is y equal to e to power of minus x. The variation, first we should have a how y and x varies. It will vary exponentially. This is called like a exponentially increasing function. This is exponentially decreasing function. And there's the one basic difference what we can put here. Now after this, few more, like we have few more, like y equal to, so like a to power of 1 minus bx. This is also exponentially increasing one. So how the corresponding graph will be? Already we have seen certain ideas in the graphs, plotting of graphs. Once again, I'm just putting it this one. So it will be the curve should be very difficult to I'll do one thing first. There's a one part. Okay, then you'll get this one. So there's the value of e. There's a y, x here. So altogether, the three graphs is what has shown that one. If you see our most of the physics, what we do know, we'll be dealing with this particular, the most of the quantities which are there in the nature, no, they do vary of this kind. So where do you see this exponential increasing, exponential decreasing, almost in all the topics of physics? And what are the topics of physics? They are related to something, the nature. They're related to something to the real nature. So what do this exponential? It will just give us the information regarding how a quantity grows or decays in nature. That particular information is what available. So that particular information is available from this exponential. So what is this exponential function? So shall we say that it reveals the natural growth or decay of quantities around us, how they will vary with the time or with position, all that particular thing. There is something is very, very, you can say it's a magic number, better you can say that one. So therefore, you can see so many things like how the temperature of an object varies with the time, how a body cools with time, exponentially decreasing. The charge on a capacitor, how it varies with time, exponentially increasing. So almost what all we study in physics, no, most of the physical quantities do vary with the time, either of this one, or like this will be radioactive decay, exponential will come into picture. It is something related to the natural phenomena. The natural phenomena we are trying to express using this particular exponential. There's a very, very beautiful part of this exponential, or what is this is called as Euler function or Euler value. So what is the name given for this? It's called as a Euler number. Better select it. So this is what I just understood about this one. Okay, how a thing is like we have to explore even the logarithms, no? So then what about the logarithms graphs? Like how the log x graph will be? That also we have to check it, no? Okay, let's go for the logarithms. So when I go for the logarithm graphs, let me continue here. So let's go for the plotting of logarithm graphs here. So first we'll plot the logarithms of various functions. So e to the power of x, I'll plot it. I need one more line. I'll extend this line further. There's a log x to the base c. And then afterwards, what we have is like, it should also come and intersect at 1. Log x to the base 2, then the last one. Rough plot, this is what the value, this is x, this is y, where y we have plotted for various things. So this is log x to the base 10, and this is log x to the base 2. So what we have plotted the various functions like y is equal to log x to the base c, y equal to log x to the base 2, y equal to log x to the base 10. First of all, sir, can you tell me what is logarithm? And you have plotted. So you do one thing, just take calculator. Go for natural logarithms. This is the natural logarithms. In the calculator, it will be ln or log, ln it will be written. There, you just type it x equal to 0. X equal to 0 is not defined. So x equals 0.1, 0.2, it will be negative. X equals 0, we should not define it. It's not defined. X equals 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this, or 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3, 0 0.4. Then 0 till 0, 1. Afterwards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you keep on plotting, the response will be like this. Then log x to the base 10. Then similarly log x to the base 2. So as you take the response will be of this particular thing. Now you can ask like primary question again. Sir, what do you mean by logarithm and what do you mean by the exponential? Here we'll just put in a simple way. Logarithms reveals the inputs that caused the growth. What about exponential? Exponents or exponents, I'll write. Exponents find the final result of the growth. There's a relationship between those two. This is something very important for us. So I think I'm not in a better position to go mathematical treatment. So as we proceed our when we get into our physics now, you can see the lot of the physical phenomena we are going to express using exponential function. In the mathematics, you can treat it like some number and like a some series, exponent series. In binomial theorem, you're going to say expansion of E. Again, in the exponentials, there you treat E some sort of like some mathematical tool. But in physics, what happens? It will represent the how that physical quantity is very naturally. To express that is what the E is brought. Okay, this is about the some basic idea about the this one. So let's explore the exponential further. So if we have so first we'll go for exponential rules. So the first rule, e to power of a into e to power of b. So what we are doing is we are converting the product. Here is dot. No, the product is converted into sum. That's all simple. E is called as exponent. The value of E is 2.7 and A will be some power. So e to power of A into e to power of B can be written as e to power of A plus B. So what we have done, we have just converted the product. There's a product, no? And it is converted into sum. By ohm. So what is this exponential first rule? We can convert the product of two quantities into e to power of sum of those two quantities. Like e to power of A is one quantity, e to power of B is one quantity. So this dot is what we are able to product we are able to convert into sum. Next one, e to power of A, e to power of B. This can be written as e to power of A dot e to power of minus B. What happened here? Again, it is, you can see this is the division, no? And to what it is converted? What is the conversion? The division is converted into the subtraction. Then this will be e to power of A to the power of B. So this will be e to power of AB. The power converted into product. E to power of A all power B is what e to power of AB will write it here. So these are some basic rules what we'll be using this one. So next further, e to power of 1 will be 1. I think any e to power of 1 will anything to the power 1 will be 1. Similarly, e to power of 1 will be 1. e to power of 0 will be 1. E to power of infinity will be infinity. E to power of minus infinity will become 1 by e to power of infinity, 1 by infinity. This will be 0. Widely we'll be using in our physics. Just it's not a rule. Just for our convenient purpose, I just brought it. So at many places we'll be using here. E to power of infinity will be e to power of minus infinity will be 0. Okay, got this one. So these are some exponential rules is what we have brought. Okay, now we'll get into the logarithm. Logarithms. So what actually logarithm means? So I have a number 1000. So this 1000 can I write 10 into 10 into 10, or I can write 10 cube. Now using logarithm, what I'll do is I can express this number 1000 like this. Log 1000 to base 10 equal to 3. So what does it mean? That's the same 1000. What does it mean? So what do these 3 indicates here? What do these 3 indicate? So if you see again, 10 to power of 3, this is nothing but 1000 equal 10 to power of 3. So if I go for the basic log definition, so this is called like a logarithm. This is called like an index. So what we are doing is this is interconvertible. If a number is like this, x equal to y to power of b, then you can write in the form of logarithm like this. Log x to the base y is equal to this one. This is called like an index form or exponential form. This is called like a logarithm form. I think it's quite clear now. X is just some value, no? X is some value. So I wrote some thing here. This is the fundamental thing. Let me bring that here. Please do all of you look at that sentences once again. When you write x equal to y to power of b, when you write x equal to y to power of b, then what is x? X is output, no? And what is b? B is a base, and y is what? The input. So therefore, logarithm what it said, like reveal the inputs that caused the growth. Reveals the input. So there's the input. So it's like a b to power of y equal to x that reveals the inputs that causes the growth. What about exponent? Finds the final result of the growth. So what is the growth? Okay, that's one. As I vary the y, as I increase the value of y, the x will change. The x is the growth, no? So what is the input? Input is y. Okay, and what is x? Like y is the input, x is the growth. So reveals the inputs that cause the growth. Growth is what? X here. So here you will put it here now. X is a growth and y is the input. I think that's what this definition I'm putting, no? Finds the final result of the growth. That's what the exponent. What about the logarithm? Reveals the input that cause the growth. So if you take log of growth to the base b, you'll get the input. You'll get the input. And what about exponent? This is the input, this is the output. So it will give the final result of the growth. I think, okay, the sentences which I have put it's do applicable here. So now let's come back here. So what does it mean? This 1000 I can express in terms of this one. So what it says like in this 1000, in this digit 1000, the 10 is repeated 3 times. The multiples of 10 is repeated 3 times. In this particular 1000, the multiples of 10, the factor 10 is repeated 3 times. Like this, what happened? We are able to express this particular thing. Okay, now after this, okay, sir, why to express this, why we have to study? Suppose let me ask a primary question like 7891 into 4352. I'm asking you to multiply these two. So, okay, sir, I'll take calculator, multiply it. How calculator does? We don't have any thing which is multiplication. So what calculator has to convert this into addition form. So when you provide this operation, so what calculator does? First, it will find out log of 7891 plus log of 4352. This will get x, y, and it will produce the output r. So the machines cannot, okay, this is one machine whose output is 7891. This is one machine, output is 4352. I want the like a further output which will be product of these two machines. There's a machine one, okay, which is going to feed 7891 as a one quantity. Another machine 4352 is what its quantity. I want the product of these two as the output of the resultant machine. Then the machine, what happens? We don't have machines which can perform multiple operations, but we do have machines which can perform addition operation. Then they have superposition principle. So therefore, what I do is like I'll take help of logarithms. So like that, the machines are constructed. So if you go for industries, no, to perform multiplication, we do first convert log, the output, and that will be added. So nothing but the R what it is the product of these two. It's having a wide industrial applications, logarithms. Of course, we just do study the numericals. So logarithm is having a wide industrial applications here. Able to get this one? Okay, now after this, this is a very simple. I just wanted like how many times the 10 is being multiplied in the 1000 is revealed by 3 times. No, that particular information is what available by the log here. Even I suppose say like the output of one of the machine is 41890. Then another machine is 6390. I want like the final X should be the division of these two. So I don't have machines which will perform this division operation. So therefore I'll go for logarithm. Log E. And this will become X. So what we have done, we have converted the division into this one. So we don't have machines to perform this division operation. We don't have machines to perform this multiplication operation, but we do have machines which can add two physical quantities or which can subtract physical quantities. So definitely what I should do now, I should convert this quantity into log scale. And that is very easy. We do have machines which will convert a normal value into log scale. There's a linear scale. I'll convert that linear scale to log scale. Then this operation can be performed very easily. So this is the background of the logarithms here. Okay, now the types of logarithms will define. And the first one, the natural logarithms. So what are these logarithms? With a base of E are called as natural logarithms with a base of E. Then here, how do we represent? We represent like this, or we can also call it as or simple log x to the base C, this one. Then we have common logarithms. logarithms with a base of 10. So log x to the base 10. We do right here. So if you get ln x, is it to the base c. If you write log x, it's to the base 10. Then binary logarithms. Logarithms with base of 2. So this will be log 2 to the base x, log x to the base 2. So this is widely used in digital electronics. So this logarithm, this one. Okay, this is used in mathematics. This is what we prefer in physics. Okay, now you can ask question like this in digital, like a digital electronics, like what all you can say, like a chips, electronic chips, computers, all computers, mobiles, microcontrollers. There will be preferring this one. This is what used in mathematics. So this is what physics. Why that E again? Again, the E represents what? Like it will just the most of the physical quantities that do vary with the time or with position, they will vary exponentially, either increasing or decreasing. That's why this will be widely used in the physics. Let's take the next, the product rule. So let me start like this. I'm trying to derive certain identities, logarithmic identities. So e to power of log xy. So the should be equal to xy only. So we know log e to the base c should be equal to 1, or e to power of log a should be equal to a. Okay, now this is like a e to power of log xy. E to power of log xy, what is the expansion of this will be e to power of log xy. This will become e to power of log x. E to power of log x. So shall we write it as like a, this is like a log x plus log y. Oh, sorry. I think I just made there's a product of two numbers, no? So therefore e to power of log x into e to power of log y. From where, no, this is not the expansion of this one. X I can write it as, I think you are getting confusion. No problem. Then similarly, in place of y, I'm writing here now. Because e to power of log a will be equal to a. So therefore x I can write as e to power of log x. So e and log will cancel out. So I'll get back the x here. Similarly, e and log will get cancelled. I'll get back that xy. And then the further, this can we compare this one now? This e to power of a into e to power of b. So can be written as e to power of log x plus log y. Taking log on both sides. Log get cancels. So here this will be log of xy into log e, shall we write it? Because the power log xy should be equal to log e. And this will become log x plus log y log e to the base e should be equal to 1. Log e to the base e, this should also be equal to 1. So finally, what do we end up? Oh, this is log x y. Sorry. Yeah. No. So finally, what is the result now? So log of xy equal to log x plus log y. So log ab is equal to log of a plus b. Similarly, let's go for the quotient rule. X by y equal to x by y. Let me take e to power of log of x by y equal to x by y. This further e to power of log x by e to power of log y. This further re-simplification of this is equal to e to power of log x into e to power of minus log y. So this will get simplified as e to power of log x minus log y. Taking log on both sides, log of e to power of log x by y is equal to log of e to power of log x minus log y. So the log, the expansion of this will be log of x by y log e. Then this will be e to power of log x then only sorry, this is log x minus log y is equal to log of e. So log e to the base e, that will be 1. Log e to the base e should be equal to 1. So finally, what we ended up, log of x by y is equal to log x minus log y. So what we did, the division we are converted into the subtraction. There's a use of the logarithm. After that, the power rule. So what is the power rule says? Okay, the next one, the power rule. Suppose it's like a log of x, log x to the log x to the power a. This is, so this you can write it as log a into log x to the base c, log x to the power a to the base c. So you can write it as a into log x to the base c. Not only this, it can be any other. So let me do one thing, to any base. This is called like a power rule, which will be widely using this one. Okay, after this, the log of 1 by x. Log of 1 by x, we can write it as log 1 minus log a. Log 1 will be 0. So therefore, log of 1 by x, what you can write? Minus of log x. Then if the root rule is there, power rule is what we have seen. So if it is a root like log b to the power of log of root x, that one. So it's like a this particular power, let it be c, this one. So then this will become log x to power of 1 by c. It can be anything now. C, if it is a 2, it will become square root. If it is a 3, it will become cube root. If it is a c equal to 4, it will become fourth root. Then further, this expansion will be log or we'll write it as log x to the base b by c. All these are the identities which will be using in the logarithms. Next, change of base, something one which is very important. So change of base here. Suppose say x is equal to x, shall we write it as x equal to b log b. Sorry, this one. Let x equal to x, will write it. This x, can I write it as b to the power of log b to the power of x, because log b and this will cancel out. So again, I'll get back the x only. Then let me take log to the base k on both the sides. So then this will become b log x to the base b. The LHS as it is, log x to the base k. This what we can write it as. The whole bracket term, I can write it as log b. So this is b to the power of log x to the base b it is. So this I'll rearrange like this. So it will be very easy for you to see the thing. Okay, no? No, this will become log x to the base c into product of log b to the base k. This I'll send on this side. Further, log k to the base x by log k to the base b is equal to log b to the base x. K can be anything, any value. It need not be, it should be this particular thing only. What is the condition for k? K should be greater than 0. K should not be equal to 1. So the formula will be log x to the base b. You can convert it to any base. You can convert this into any base. K can be 2, sir. K 2, 3, 4, 5. It's left to you. You can convert it to any base. What is the advantage of this? So suppose let's proceed here. Like how to simplify log x to the base 4. We'll take one example. Log x to the base 4. Log x to the base 4. So we'll do one thing to simplify this easily. Log x to the base 2 by log 2 to the base 4. Then keep it as it is. Log 2 squared. So this further, when you simplify, this will become 2 into log 2 to the base 2. So what is log x to the base 4? You can write it as log x to the base 2 all divided by 2. Similarly, log the same instead of x, let it be this one. So what you can write it as now, log 2 to the 5 by 2, log 5 to the base 2 by ordered by 2. Can I find out the value? Yes, it will. See, it's now what is the biggest problem? Log 5, what is the value of log 5 to the base 4? We don't know. It's very difficult. We don't have calculators also. We have to work out logarithm tables, everything. But we do have logarithm tables where log of a value to the base 2 is available. So I think this conversion, okay, the base conversion, there's a really going to help us a lot. Let's take a few more example. Log of x to the power of 1 by 2. So this can be written as further, this will be log x to the base 3. This will become log 3 to the power of -1 log. So now further log x to the base 3, this will become -1 into log 2 to the base 3. The value of this will be minus of log x to the base 3 by log 2 to the base 3. Okay, we got this one. So do we know the value of log 2 to the base 3? This will be very difficult. Again, very difficult to find out. Very difficult to simplify it. So what is the alternative? The best thing is like the same thing. I will go for, I'll take the base, common base as 2, that one. Then this will become log 2 to the base x. So this will become log 2 to the power of -1 to the base 2. Then this will become minus. So what is the value of log 2 to the base 2 will be 1. So the value of this will be much easier. I think this is the most advisable thing. Huh? So that we have this logarithm table of for base 2 for various functions. Not advisable. So usually the log to the base 2, base 10, and base c. For this is what we have the definite values are available for us. Few more examples, then we'll conclude. Log x to the base 2, log x to the base 4, log 16 to the base x is equal to 7. Find the value of x. How to find out this one? So here will this I will convert to the base 2. So log 2 to the base x, log 4 to the base 2. This will be log x to the base 2 by log 16 to the base 2. This everything is equal to 7. This I can simplify further. Two square. Sixteen I can write it as 2 into 2 into 2 to the power of 4. So then 4 as 2 square, this one. I'll help you. This is what we have. We did simplification of like this. 16, we can write it as 2 to the power of 4. So therefore, this will become log x to the base 2. This will become 2 into log 2 to the base 2 plus this will become 4 into log 2 to the base 2 equal to 7. Then this will be this will be this value of this will be 1. This whole log 2 the base 2 value is how much? Should be equal to 1. And similarly, the log 2 to the base 2 value should be equal to 1. Log x to the base 2 by 2. So this will be so 1 by 2, this will be 3 by 4. So this will become 7 log equal to 7. We have to calculate the value of x. What has to be done further? Log 2 to the base x will become 4. Can I simplify it? Yes, no. So here 7 get cancelled. 7 get cancelled. So log x to the base 2 equal to 4. So this can be further written as what is the value of x so that what is the value of x so that it will become equal to 4? Should be equal to 16, no? What do we write? So finally, in place of x, what should be there? Therefore, x must be equal to 16. Adhidhar, I think you are going to learn all these things in logarithms. Let me do with one exponential. Problems of this kind are just only to demonstrating that one. We don't do such problems in physics. So to calculate the value of x, find solve for x. Then this will be, okay, can we write 3 e to power of log x is there? So let me simplify this. 3 into e to power of log 2x minus 2 e to power of log 2x can be written as log of log a plus log b formula. 4e equal to 0. It's only log x, no? Oh. Okay, that data a little bit wrong. I adjust it. This will be. So this will become e to power of 3 into e to power of log x. Let me keep as it is. So this I'll expand it from exponential rule. So this should be written as e to power of log x plus 4e equal to 0. E to power of log x. Let me take common 3 minus 2 e to power of log 2 plus 4e equal to 0. E to power of log 2. So this should be equal to 1. So it should be equal to 2. So e to power and equal to 0. So e to power of log x 3 minus 4 plus 4e equal to 0. It's further simplification e to power of log x. So this should be equal to minus of plus 4e or e to power of log x equal to 4e. e to power of log, this will cancel out. So I'll end up with x equal to 4. One more problem, last problem. Let me demonstrate. Find the value x is equal to log 500 to the base 5 minus 2 log 2 to the base 5 log 32 to the base 4 log 8 to the base 4. You have to find the value of x. So then the first step. So what shall we do with the quantities we have? Log 500 to the base 5, what can be written as? Okay, let's time being log 500 to the base 5 as it is. So this will become log 5, 2 to power of 2. This 2, I'll send it 2 to the power. So then this will become log 4 to the base. Or this will be, I think, log A plus log B formula. Let me group them. Log 500 to the base 5, log 5. So this will become 4. So this will be log A plus log B. So log 4, 32 into 8. This will become log 5. This will be finite log A minus log B plus log 4. This will become 256. This will become 125. This will become 256. I can write as 4 to the power of 4. This can be 125. I'll write it as 5 cube. And then this will become 3 log 5 to the base 5. 4 log 4 to the base 4. This will become 3 plus 4, 7. Change of base is something very important. It will help us to simplify the quantities very easily. Here, log of A plus B, we have written as log AB. Log A minus log B, log A minus log B. What we did, we are converted into log of A by B. And this 3 which was here, it will become power. 4, it has become here. Log 4 to the power of 4 to the base 4, we can write it as 4 into log 4 to the base 4. So log 4 to the base 4 will become 1. Log 5 to the base 5 will be 1. So 3 plus 4, it will be 7. And there are just some small product exponentials. These are things there. Whenever any time comes, I'll explain that E, what is E? What is that Euler's number? It's having a very, very huge importance. Okay, let me not trouble the initial stages you are. Let me not trouble with higher level mathematics. In future class, I'll explain the significance of E. We'll have some good discussion on it. Okay, this is the 4. I'll make correction. Okay, kids, like we had the discussion on the exponentials and the logarithms. So in general, like exponential, it is something very important. The most of the natural growth and the decay that occurs in nature is governed by that, or so like it's will be can be expressed by using exponential function. That's why the exponential function in physics is given a lot of priority. I'm putting once again, the most of the natural growth and the decay in the physics are being expressed in terms of exponential function. How that exponential curve varies, no, in that only the most of the quantities they vary. So for that purpose, we are just studying the exponentials. So what is the mass involved with exponentials? That's what we studied here. Got it? Next, logarithms. How to multiply two big numbers? Can I, sir, I'm very poor in multiplication. Yes, you take help of logarithms, convert that into addition. How to multiply two big numbers? Convert that into subtraction. There's a significance of logarithms. Later part, you have seen some math-based problem, but in physics, this is only the idea. Okay, now try to practice few numericals on the related to this. So just get habituated how to use logarithms mathematically. So therefore, as and when in physics comes, you can see the significance of these quantities. Okay, thank all of you. Take care, kids. Bye. See you.